man. We are back. We don't even know why we're really laughing, but we are.
Yeah,
I
don't
do,
know.
because for some strange reason, I got the feeling of deja vu.
Oh.
Somebody's watching me.
Have you ever had the feeling of deja vu?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Huh? I took the red pill, I promise.
And he was looking right at me when he was laughing hard. That's
Speaking of red, but was it suppository form as well?
It
kinda
possibly,
hurts.
Possibly.
Came with a big tube.
Came from Morpheus.
Why did the guy have a long rubber glove and he fed it to me?
So thank you guys for tuning in to the Bsidesports show, and of course I'm your host Ralph Figueroa, and we are back finally, man. It felt like it's been a while.
Little vacation, I guess.
So-
It was a vacay.
Right?
Like
So-
the Go-Go's.
Vacation. It's sad that we know that.
Holiday
Sad.
roll.
We're exposing our age?
Maybe.
Right.
So no, it's good to be back, and thank you guys for tuning in. And it feels like it's been a while, but
Yeah, it's kind of in a
so
sense.
yeah, so we're here to do it up, and we're here with the fellas.
Yes.
Hanging out. We're gonna talk some sports today. So Eric J, what's up, man?
What's up?
Deja vu.
The dream of doing you.
How was your New Year, bro?
Dionne Warwick. It was good.
The moment you wake up.
That's a friend of foe. It was good. But I want to let you guys know that I am Eric J.
Oh,
You know, I got nothing else more to say.
Well,
But I do gonna tell you this.
yeah.
Actually, I'm the VP of the Laker fans against the El Nino campaign.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
the El Nino for reals. Because in support of the Lakers, we want to make sure that Kobe Bryant is the only thing that's washed up in LA. You know what I'm saying? Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Ba-dum-bum.
Shouts out to Jerry Buss up in the sky.
Was that too soon?
Too soon. Too soon.
Chick Hearn, he's watching. Watching me.
His butter got hard.
He's in the cooler.
Oh man.
Is that too soon?
That's it.
Oh no, we got the
He
Laker contingent over here. Just gave us the. So
He said the ground is breaking, the grass is growing long, the earthworms are eating.
Oh, man.
Speaking of eating, what'd you eat over the holidays?
Turkey. Just legs of it. We just had a tray, and we were like, we did a medieval kind of Christmas. Yeah, we just we ate everything cold, and we gave each other malaria.
Nice.
You had roast beast.
Nice.
Yeah, roast beast.
Roast beast like from the
We didn't pay the electric bill. It was the Black Plague.
I started my Game of Thrones in the toilet. Fire breathing dragon.
I was dropping Joffreys.
Hey, that's no game.
Oh,
I'm thinking
no.
that's no game.
I got mad game, fool. But a midget came out, so
Right.
that's kind of weird.
So what's up, man? Everything good?
Everything's been good, man. My New Year was it was kind of interesting, man. I got a new car.
Oh really?
Oh,
Yeah, the cops are looking for me right now as we speak.
Oh.
I'm handsome Rob.
I think it was an Armenian guy.
change your license plates.
I hope you parked up the street. Huh?
The Russian,
I'm handsome Eric.
the Russians gave me a good deal. 30 rubles.
I got paid in colognes,
That's right. Mine is called Hulk.
and they were just girls with fat butts. Colognes. Anyway, man, you good? Everything good?
It was good, man. I'm just trying to withstand the rain, just like New Edition. But it's pretty cool,
Like
man.
Missy Elliott.
Just like yeah, I could. So that's why my suit blows up every time it rains because I can't stand it. But at the same time, I could wear khakis because in case I have leakage, you can't tell.
Wow. All right. Now we know.
Except for my see-through pants, like Ricardo Montalban.
And,
Yeah.
what are you working at Target
I
now?
hate when
Is
that
that-
happens.
why, do you need, why would you want to wear khakis?
Best Buy, got him there.
So what's going on? We have our third member of the group, Shaye
what's
Whitey.
up?
Hey,
What's
what's
up,
up,
man?
man? Glad to be back, man. It feels good to be back doing the sports show again. You know, like,
I'm down.
we've still been busy here, of course, at the shop, 130 Shoppers Lane. You could check that out, and you could check us out online. And we've had, of course, Monday night's B-side show. And I didn't even get a chance to tell you guys, or maybe, I don't know if you've seen the pictures, but we actually had Machete was here
Oh, really?
Yeah.
about 2 or 3 weeks ago. He came through with Kid Frost, so he was just a surprise guest on the show, and he came through. And
Nice.
Oh, man.
He
yeah,
showed
Danny
love.
Trejo, he was mad cool. He was real cool, man. He was like taking pictures with everybody, just happy to be here.
Really?
So, yeah, it was dope. It was
He's a
dope.
really down there.
He's a humble
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, it was dope.
Real hard working dude too.
Yeah,
Man.
we had cocaine here too. I'm
Nice.
talking about the artist, though.
Oh.
The artist.
Oh, because I said, because no wonder I could see Trejo being here. And Danny Trejo he taught Eric Roberts how to box.
I mean, you never know. I'm
in
back
case
there,
you
so I
know.
never know what
He's
what
the
they have
best
here,
of the best.
And John Voight too.
Of the best. Around.
But,
Never
yeah,
gonna wear the thing you down.
and also also shout out to like Noah James and all them too, because we had we had 2 in-store events since the last time I seen you guys here.
Oh yeah.
In-store events where people perform back here. We put the stages together here. DJ people came in, to the shop. We had one Friday. No, it was a Saturday. Another one was on a Sunday, but it was a real good turnout. So people are really starting to, see what the shop's all about and what we do here.
But so sometime this year, you guys are supposed to have like the hologram of Selena in here too, right?
Yeah, I haven't
Right?
locked the date in yet.
I
though.
heard she's gonna be pole dancing over here. In store.
Shaking her bitty bitty bomb bomb.
Come on, live long.
Like on her floor, her butt's adored.
That's
Man,
what's up,
but
man.
anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in again. And how's it going, Ralph? How was your
Yeah,
holiday,
man.
Man,
What's up?
It's been cool. Things kind of slow down,
Yeah.
for the holidays,
Mhm.
and I was glad I was able to take a couple days off. And but right after the New Year's, that Saturday, I was actually we were talking on the phone. I was talking with Eric, and I was like, man, just you kind of feel like you don't know what you're doing sometimes, and then all of a sudden it's just like, man, I don't know, dude. We're just we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna get excited. Then next thing I'm getting a phone call from the Ice House saying, hey, you want to come and do a set tonight? I was like, you know what? That's just like what the doctor ordered. You know what I mean?
There you
Exactly.
go.
So that Saturday night on January 2nd, I'm at the Ice House and the show was great, and I was just like, all right, cool. I just kind of felt like this good momentum. So then this next week, it was just a whole lot of stuff that was just going on. But last night, which was the 9th of January, we had my show, which got put in the main room. And it was really cool because now I'm not gonna lie, dude. I mean, it's a late, it's a 10 o'clock show,
Right.
and it's a lot of people by that point they're already sauced up. You know what I mean? Like that's how our people roll. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
They pregame and then they pregame before the pregame.
Yep, that's
So
me.
you
So-
sell barbecue then, or sauce, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, something like that. Yes, it's
Something about bourbon.
There's a lot of sauce in that. So no, but surprising enough, the 10 o'clock show was actually sold out last night, which was cool, man.
Man,
And fortunately though, we did have to turn away like 50 plus people.
nice.
I mean, it sucks that a lot
Talking
of people.
about weight wise.
You're like, hey, trim the fat, they say, trim it. So no, but and that was really cool that everybody there was having a great time. The lineup was awesome, and that's the kind of thing that I want to keep going into this year, and this opportunity to come and hang out and talk sports and you know what I mean. It's
Well,
just,
your shows are very entertaining.
they're fun, dude. I think that's what it is. People really like. At the end, we wound up doing like this little story thing, between Cooch and I. And ooh, that sounds
Oh, yeah.
nasty. That sounds nasty.
Me and Cooch.
Yeah, me
I
and Cooch.
seen you and Cooch would do that before. Ooh.
Ooh.
No, but
Have footage.
no, but I caught that acting when
It
you
was
guys
in
did it.
smell-o-vision. Yeah.
Two
just
finger discount.
So no, it was really cool. So we kind of ended that last night. We talked about like a little Vegas story that he and I we shared, and it's just funny. And people were they were literally crying.
Nice.
And so that's the cool thing that people are just like, it's the whole show that they entertain, and that's what it's about, man.
Where's Chueco?
Yeah.
Chueco was
Chueco.
actually hanging out too, man.
Yeah.
So
all the time.
we were trying to give him
It's dope, man.
some Red Bull and heroin and see just what would happen. You know what I mean? Just maybe he might straighten up, man. They maybe have to change his name to Derecho. So
Hey, you know what's dope is I went to your show and I
Take him to
noticed
Scared Straight.
I noticed when I went to your show though, coming outside, how everybody just has a smile on their face leaving the place. That's what's dope. That's,
Yeah. And
everybody
Because
being
everyone's all
smiling.
high.
well,
Well, that too, yeah, of course.
and drunk,
And drunk.
whatever.
Yeah, a lot of them came
whatever.
in smiling too, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Hey, I did a show once, and everyone came out all smiling, and so it turns out it was a blind convention.
Oh. Or did they come out? Or did they come out smiling because it was over? Is that what happened?
Georgia. Ooh, Georgia.
You got the right one, baby.
So yeah, so that's a good thing about already in 2016, and then this being the first show of 2016 with the B-side. It's
Sports.
fun, man.
It's
So
great.
we're here. Everybody, you guys have always been able to find us on our Twitter and Facebook and all that good stuff at Bsidesports show. And once again, you guys are tuned in. We're gonna have a good time today. We got some sports. That's a lot of stuff. We're gonna cover a little bit of the 2015 stuff because
the
obviously it's
end
been a
of the
little
year.
minute. So as always, we're gonna do our trending hot topics. We'll do some athlete birthdays. Who's in trouble this week in sports history? Where are they now? I think there's a couple former Heisman winners. I
Yeah.
think that we're gonna talk about. Then we'll do a 2015 review, and of course we'll do our shout outs at the end. So with that being said, we got the producer extraordinaire over there in the back, Drakk Spelling.
Spizzo.
So we got Shaye, Eric J, myself, Ralph Figueroa, and Drakk. Let's go ahead. Let's go into the first topic, man.
hot and so hot in her, so hot
You want to hop in here?
Is that hopping here?
Well,
Hopping
maybe
here?
if it's a waitress at the House of Pancakes or
Oh,
a
okay.
person with one leg.
Maybe it's a craft brewer and saying more hop in here.
More hop in here.
Uh,
Eagle Rock has a lot of breweries.
There we go. There we go.
So on trending hot topics, let's talk about NBA news. The Warriors.
Yes.
Oh man.
How awesome have they been this season so far? They only have 2 losses.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a team that.
The only warrior
Dominant.
that's been like that is an Aztec, I think.
Playing kickball.
Yeah, man.
A
they're-
little stone ball in us. Ooh, sideways.
You know who's taking it sideways? The 76ers.
Yeah.
Worst record in the NBA right now. Only 4 wins.
Wow.
Hey, Lakers look good compared to them.
Yeah, we doubled them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know, San Antonio is actually they're real. Nobody's talking about them, but they're only like 2 games behind Golden State.
But they've always been that way.
Yeah.
They're
They've
they're
only lost
silent.
like.
because they're not flashy. You know the
And
players.
they don't care about number 1 seed. They'll take 2, 3. They
Yeah.
don't care.
They're like my farts. They
Yeah.
creep up, and you're like, they've been there all along.
but they're moist. That's weird.
Shout out
They're
to
deadly.
Shout out to
And they're deadly.
Popovich.
They're pretty deadly.
You know who's been there all along? One of our favorites, Kyrie
Irving.
Irving.
He's the man.
He's
Kyrie.
back. He's
Kyrie.
back.
Yeah, he's
He is back.
It's good to see. The Cleveland's doing really well too.
Yeah, they had a 9-game winning streak, I think, last
Yeah?
week, something like that. Yeah,
How's LeBron doing?
LeBron's doing good. Other
Well, of
fact
course,
that
but-
he's got the that shoe deal that made him like
Oh, a
probably a
lifetime.
billionaire. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. What happened to the Virgin Islands, or what the hell's name? the guy with bushy hair.
Oh, Verija.
Oh, very.
Oh,
Anderson Verija. Sideshow Bob. Yeah.
yes, that guy. No, isn't that one of those twin dudes, the Lopez brothers or whatever?
Oh, yeah, he looks like that too. They look like twins and shit. But you know, actually too, Kyrie Irving is actually one of the top vote getters for All-Star, and
He hasn't even dribbled once this year.
Yeah, he was only been in a few games.
Except on his pillow.
but,
Except on his tie.
So I don't know if you heard, but John Wall was kind of like he kind of took issue to that. He's saying he only played like a handful of games, and look how many games he just feels he deserves the go. He just doesn't like the whole thing with the fan voting, I guess, or what we could say. But so John Wall is kind of I don't know. He'll probably still make the team.
John Wall took us to the windows.
You know what's funny? Speaking of John Wall, what's his name? Jalen Rose. He called John Wall's little. He went to a strip club and dropped about $50,000.
Wow.
Yeah,
Did somebody pick it up?
That's it.
Apparently, some girl named Charity, because it says on his checks charity work. So
Nice. You
going-
can do that with your butt cheeks? Nice.
Why
So,
why so little? I wonder. It must not have been popping that night.
it must not. Well, it's,
Wow, what was popping?
I know.
Charity.
Oh, God. I think soda pop.
Did you guys hear about the Lakers? They're kind of struggling this year a little.
Yeah.
But that one fan a few days ago during one of the games, a half court shot got him $95,000, man.
Whoa.
$95,000?
Yeah.
Dude, that's more than what the bench makes.
Yeah. They should sign him. They should actually sign the guy. I mean, if
I
they can
know,
make
right?
this
Yeah,
shot,
they
like-
could release him to the Clippers for the Kia Optima that
that
Blake Griffin,
jumped over in the dunk
nice,
contest.
dude,
Yeah,
that's
there
a
you go.
deal, dude. Jerry Buss still doing his magic.
I think that car has fender damage, but whatever. I don't want to talk about it. I don't
Driving in reverse.
In baseball news, Ken Griffey Jr. with 99% of the vote is headed to Cooperstown.
Well deserved.
Yeah, absolutely. That's highest percentage for and it first time Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? The people are like kind of saying, "Who left him off the ballot? Why wasn't it?"
Yeah,
100%?"
like
Yeah,
who was the one that didn't?
It's like who's that dick?
Yeah,
Let's
like,
find
why
him.
would you, yeah, but they were saying, but probably part of the reason was because they figured he was a lock, so they wanted to maybe get somebody else. They figured, oh, he's
Yeah.
already a lock, so I'll vote for somebody else.
That's true.
you know?
That's true. Speaking of who else got some votes was Mike Piazza.
Nice. That makes
Oh,
me
yeah.
hungry.
Yeah. Does it come with pepperoni? No, it comes with pizza-roni. Because he's not going to wear a Dodger hat in the Hall of Fame. He's going with the Mets.
I know.
That's kind of.
But it's in tribute to the Beastie Boys, no? With the New York Mets hat, something like that. And then it's the hat with the fake hair, right?
Yeah.
The long hair.
Yeah, with the mullet. With the
It's
little
like, I
mullet.
guess because they have better pizza over there. I don't know.
Yeah,
It-
that's
it-
why he went there.
I want to know, is it gonna come with that stash that he used to have? Remember that one with the little handlebar mustache?
Oh yeah,
kind of
dude.
creepy.
The
Kind
stash.
of
That
creepy.
made me want to get ice cream.
The 70s porn star stash.
Shout out to Ron Jamming.
So, in case you guys are wondering, in order to get to the Hall of Fame, you have to have 75% of to get in or whatever. So there's a few guys that they haven't made it in. Now I'm gonna read off a couple names, and you tell me what they all have in common. All right.
Okay.
Roger Clemens,
Okay.
Barry Bonds,
Okay.
Mark McGuire,
Okay.
Sammy Sosa.
Oh.
Yes, they all been married to white women.
Hey!
Ding, 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 ding.
I was gonna say, wait, only one of them actually bleached his skin, so it can't be that.
One married himself.
It's 3 white guys and 1 black. So
Shout out to Roger Clemens.
this was Mark McGuire's, I think, last shot or something at it, because they only
Really?
get like such a certain time frame. So
Yeah, they don't want to vote him because of the, the PED
yeah.
scandal. They don't want.
Is that PED? Is that stuff around his neck? The Mark McGuire neck? That makes me want to eat chorizo and eggs.
Makes me crave waffles.
Yeah, I just ate that earlier, actually.
So.
Suddenly I want to watch a Spurs game, Popovich.
In NFL news, of course, the NFL playoffs are underway. Unfortunately, our Oakland Raiders didn't make it, but
Oh man,
whatever.
hey,
Yes.
they had a good season though, man.
Whatever. They did really well. So right now, obviously, we had the wild card games that were on yesterday. You had Kansas City who beat Houston.
Oh,
that
Oh,
was-
Houston was awful.
Oh, they were horrible.
Hoyer.
Dude,
How'd they
Hoyer
even
was.
make it?
Hoyer was horrible.
You should have seen the commentators like, what was it, Mike Ditka and all them. You know, during they talked during halftime,
Right.
they were actually looked like mad. They were like they upset that he played so bad in the playoff game. Like, and this guy, like they
Yeah,
might.
he tried to have a press conference afterwards, and like your career isn't defined by one loss. It might be for you, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wow,
They- I
that
think
bad, huh?
He was awful.
no, he was awful. He threw like 4 interceptions. I think.
Yeah. So
Wow.
Kansas City now is going to go on to play New England.
Anyway, oh,
Pittsburgh. That was another crazy game too between
that
them
was a
and,
good
and
game.
Cincinnati.
He got hurt, right?
Yeah. Well, Ben and Antonio
but
Brown
he came
too.
back in though.
Oh,
Yeah, he
For
came
the
in for that
final
last drive or whatever. So
That was crazy, man.
so they Pittsburgh wound up winning, so they'll be playing Denver. Seattle and today that was the NFC wild card game. So you had Seattle defeating Minnesota, which was a crazy game.
By 1 point.
1 point.
Wow.
Yeah, it was freezing. It was like the 3rd coldest game in NFL history.
It was raining pretty hard.
You know how Minnesota has that horn? You know that big one?
Oh, wait.
They're horny. They're horny. Anyways, it was so cold that that thing cracked.
So they couldn't get Ricola through it.
Ricola.
A bunch of
Yeah, they were coughing up.
oh my god.
So they'll be playing either Arizona or Carolina, because you got right now. They're actually on the TV. It should be Green Bay at Washington.
Yeah,
Green Bay-
Green Bay,
Green Bay's
Washington.
winning.
Green Bay
Bay's up
was
right
winning
now.
by a little bit. That was a crazy. The first
Shout-
quarter was really
Yeah,
weird.
by the way, shout out to George right here, man. You know, a Green Bay fan right here cheering on his
Oh.
team for us.
Have you ever been
Green
to
Bay,
Green Bay before? Okay, then you're not a real fan. Okay, all right, just letting you know, homeboy. Just letting you know.
Hey,
dude.
but
too
in all
cold.
fairness, our cheese comes from Wisconsin,
It's too cold. That's what.
so we're there.
and those cows want you to eat more chicken. So
They can't spell though.
Chuck Pagano, he's not going anywhere. The Colts decided to keep him.
Why?
I don't know. He should be Chuck Steak. That's all I'm saying. So his team was awful this year. They were
Yeah,
not
they were.
good.
Man.
So the crazy thing, especially that's been trending a lot lately, especially over the last few days, of course, has been the Chargers, Raiders, Rams, which all filed for LA relocation.
Right.
That's
So
crazy.
There was a big old rally.
the Rams just had a rally,
Right.
just yesterday, as a matter of fact, out at the Coliseums, which I'm assuming is going to be one of the sites. They're talking about for the Rams. They're going to be out in the Inglewood area. What was that? Hollywood Park or whatever.
Yeah, the Hollywood Park.
Yeah, I believe so.
So they're going to try to turn that into a stadium. The
Stan
Raiders,
Cranky or whatever.
yeah. So, and the Raiders and the Chargers are looking towards Carson, California. So over by the what is it, StubHub Center, maybe?
Yeah,
out in that
right.
area.
Well,
So-
they have the Goodyear blimp.
but they still got a yeah. She hangs out on the corner.
Sally and Durfee.
So they still got to vote for it though. So what's the likelihood? I mean, Shaye, who do you think is going to come? I think there's going to be 2 teams.
I think the Raiders is going to be because of the stadium lease, and then they have a really bad stadium in Oakland. I've been reading about
Oh.
how bad it is. So I mean, I've been there before, but I didn't really pay too much attention to the whole
Yeah, I
how
thought they
bad
just
it was,
threw all
but-
kinds of beer on the floor. It's really urine.
Yeah.
No, because the whole place is a toilet. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
It's shaped like a toilet.
So-
Are you kidding me?
I think it'll be them, and I'm thinking it might be
A
the
toilet
Rams.
with a broken lid. Okay?
I think it'll be them and the Rams though, because I don't know, San Diego. They seem like they're
I think
good
San
where they're
Diego
at.
should stay in San
They
Diego.
should stay there. That's what
I
I
think
think.
they should stay in San Diego.
And I wouldn't
it's just-
welcome him
it's-
here anyway.
It's weird. Yeah, it's just weird that to say the LA Chargers like that would
Nah.
that would it didn't go.
that made me throw up and pee a little bit right now. That's
like
disgusting.
phone chargers or something.
LA Chargers. It's like the people that are going after my credit.
You know who might need a charger because he's getting pretty old? Tom Coughlin. Clear.
Oh.
So
He's
two-time
done.
champion coach Tom Coughlin steps down as the Giants coach. But weren't you just saying that he's?
Yeah, he's going to interview for the Eagles job, I think, this week or something like that. So he might be the Eagles' new
and
coach.
speaking of
next
that, they let Chip Kelly
year.
go.
Chip Kelly,
Yeah.
And Chip Kelly's interested in the 49er job.
Oh,
Wow.
And after the 49ers let their guy go, what was his name? Tomsilas.
tonsillitis.
For Coughlin?
Ooh, that's a bad mix.
Someone
right
bring
there.
a cure.
Tonsillitis and Coughlin used to work together. No.
They used to do stunts for Charlie Sheen.
Speaking of Sheen, Mike Shanahan, it's almost close enough.
Sheenahan.
He's actually interviewing with the Dolphins.
Oh.
So,
With the A dolphin, he's gonna be. What's
Does
your
he-
response?
Where did he learn that language?
He's not swimming backwards.
the Buccaneers have no love for Lovey.
Oh,
no Lovey.
They no Lovey for Lovey.
The Lovey Smith.
Hey, do you think he was named after Gilligan's Island or no? Or no, he's probably older than that.
They're gonna walk like a hell
First
con.
and Howell the third.
Lovey Howell, remember who was the wife?
No, because she's that I love me you so much. Buku.
Megatron, Calvin Johnson.
Nice.
He said he's considering retirement.
All right.
So what do you guys think about that? I mean, that's
Oh, how old is he now? He's about what?
30, no?
he's. I mean, and that's crazy. And like the terms we're saying is old.
Yeah, right.
Well,
You know
in
what I mean?
football
He's-
it
He's
is.
28. It's like, oh, you
In
know,
football, yeah, but in football terms.
in football terms, I mean, I think he's in his early 30s. I didn't really look into
but that's
that.
about how long their career, because you don't want too many shots to the head after a while.
Yeah.
He
all
wants
this-
more shots to the head, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
He's a
Some of them
He's
do.
a Megatron.
You know who's giving tons of shots to the head this season? Khalil Mack. Boom. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah,
dude.
he's. Oh, man.
Shout out to Khalil Mack for being the first player that I think I've ever even heard of. I might be in NFL history.
Mhm.
First player ever to be first team All Pro in 2 positions.
Nice.
That's that kid is he's legit.
Yeah,
So
hell
what's he
yeah.
going to play?
He's a defensive end and an outside linebacker. Sounds like my ex-wife. All right, she's built like a linebacker.
Yeah, I seen Derek Carr.
I have no lovey for her either.
Because she gave you a Coughlin.
I took pills for that.
Suppository form.
You know who? You know. Speaking of suppository forms, I think the bowl season this year with the college football that one needed up.
yeah.
That was a
That took
definite
a
suppository.
suppository.
It was really bad. I mean, the ratings were awful. I think it was because it was an off day too.
Yeah.
The games were on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, those
The-
two
the
college
main
football
ones.
the playoff games were on New Year's Eve.
And here's what it is. There's 40 bowl games
Right.
total, and that's a lot to take in and of itself. And then
Right.
you get the major bowls, and that's the thing. Like you had the Orange Bowl on New Year's Eve at 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Pacific time. Like people are at work still, and then after the work, what are they gonna do? They're gonna go get ready to go out or whatever.
Exactly.
You know, it's
exactly.
like I don't think what. I
Right,
don't
and
know.
everybody knows you're supposed to have oranges before 11.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And have you seen some of the names of the bowls? I mean, what they have, this ridiculous. I think there's one named after a suppository, actually. There's a like there's something
It's
like
called the
there's
two-finger splitter bowl.
no,
It's,
there's all
it's the
kinds
get
of
off the
stuff.
bowl bowl.
Yeah.
So
Look up your bowl bowl.
But yeah, this season was in the toilet bowl, that's for sure. Man, dude, that
they
was-
needed a lot of cotton bowls to clean that up.
No more chili balls.
So, so we'll be hoping that the national championship game between number 1 Clemson and number 2 Alabama, hopefully they'll salvage what's left of it. Of course, because we haven't done an episode, the Heisman just happened as well.
Right.
Went to Derrick Henry of Alabama. You guys, did
The
you see him?
dreadlock dude.
Yes, I mean the dude is he's. I mean, I'm not to take away that he's not a big back.
Mm.
Sounds like my wife again.
Shouts out to Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Baby got back.
He's a large guy,
Right.
but there's no finesse in his game. He's a smash mouth kind of a guy, and I think personally, if
He's
I
an
would
all-star then.
if I would have voted, I would have voted for Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Stanford.
The white guy.
That kid is crazy good. First of all, he beat Barry Sanders all-purpose yard records in a season.
Wow.
Barry Sanders.
That's big shoes to fill. Well, kind of little ones, but
You know who else had little shoes to fill? His son, Barry Sanders Jr.
you mean the bench guy?
He's the bencher to this guy, McCaffrey.
That's how. But that guy's beast mode, right?
Dude, I got a little man crush on him. I got a little man crush. I got that.
Who on Sanders Jr.?
Only if he becomes a colonel.
Give him a white suit.
He's gonna want to change his name now. He's like, oh, hey, no, I'm not Barry Sanders.
I'm Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders. It's
Larry.
Sanders with the C.
Larry.
Sanders.
He's like, I'm Larry Sanders.
It's Berry, like a berry, like Holly Berry.
So we'll see what happens. With the championship game, it should be tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So, in boxing news, this year's International Boxing Hall of Fame announced their 2016 class, which was headlined, and I think this was a great boxer, Hector Macho Camacho.
Yeah.
So is he gonna be there to accept his award?
Email. He's gonna get it through email.
Posthumously, or was that
Posthumous.
posthumously.
Does that mean hologram?
I think that's the opposite. It
Can
shouldn't
you
be called
spell that, Shaye?
I heard it's
posthumously.
they're gonna bring his little curl up in the top. Ding ding.
They're just gonna put it right there on the little headstone.
I would like to say thanks for the cookie.
Hopefully, they don't let his son accept it.
Ah.
They
That
might.
guy.
Huh?
That guy, Camacho Jr.
Yeah.
He's a joke.
Yeah.
He's a joke. He real quick story. Camacho Jr. was supposed to fight in Coney Island, and he fought, and he goes, "Hey man, thanks for representing Puerto Ricans. Come and be in our parade." He's like, "Yeah, for sure." Grand Marshal and everything. It was a gay pride parade. Which explains the pink gloves.
Oh yeah, papi, está más rico.
Me dan por atrás.
You know who else got into the Hall of Fame for boxing is Harold Letterman.
Oh yeah, nice. I miss his talk show. I hope Paul Schaefer gets in too. I like Paul Schaefer. I like good guy.
Harold.
Harry.
Harold and Kumar.
They go to White Castle.
Freddie Roach finally conceded that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is the best fighter of his era because he retired at 49-0.
Who said this?
Freddie Roach.
What does he know? He's like that Robin Thicke song. Everything he reads is blurred lines. Bang, 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 bang.
No.
Speaking of blurred lines, Pacquiao Bradley 3 has been confirmed for April 9th. Who's gonna pay for that? Seriously? Like this is gonna be Pacquiao's swan song.
Seen this movie before. I love to say.
This is part 3. Just like The Godfather, they shouldn't have been a part 3.
Yeah,
Okay?
they should
How about
have
that?
stopped it.
But even that, I'd like to see Andy Garcia fight.
He should be the ref. He should be the ref.
Trae un poquito de salsa entre medio.
And just say, Joey Zaza. Joey Zaza. And finally, in UFC news, 2015 MMA Personality of the Year will be going to Ronda Rousey.
Wow.
Yeah, she
I
deserves
heard
it.
she's getting a Timex watch because it takes a licking and it keeps on ticking.
Sounds like the lesbian said that. They love
Shout out
lickings.
to her.
I know.
Yeah, she
They
brings
like
she brings a lot of attention to the MMA world for sure. Though.
I heard she's going dancing 40s rockabilly style, swing kicks to the face.
She'll actually be hosting NBC's SNL on January 23rd.
Oh, that's right.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? I actually heard. Remember that movie Roadhouse with
yeah.
Patrick Swayze?
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
They're remaking it, and Ronda Rousey signed on to play Patrick Swayze's role.
Whoa.
She's revamping the role.
Really?
Yes, and but I heard her villain is a tall white girl with muscle, so I don't know how that's gonna turn out.
Oh,
Maybe this is one of those where the villain wins.
You better go home with that. Okay, how about that?
Roadhouse, road home.
She's not my home girl.
Her house has wheels and it travels.
Good for her. Good for her. So you guys have been tuning in and listening to the B-Side Sports Show, and we're talking about sports and nonsense, and we're having a good time. So you guys can find us on all our social media at B-Side Sports Show. Let's move on to our next topic of conversation and find out who's celebrating a birthday this week. Let's go ahead. Hit it, Drakk. Nice.
Have a good time.
Because as we
Shaye.
like to always say here at the Bsidesports show, it's
It's always somebody's
His
birthday.
birthday.
so go ahead, Eric, take it away.
Thank you, my friend. We're going to start off today on the 10th of January. We got NASCAR driver Harry Gunt.
Oh,
Harry
man.
Gunt celebrating a birthday for real.
This is
Yeah.
a family show.
Sounds a lot like my ex-wife again.
This is a
out to
family
her.
show, Eric.
And actually, it was because of this Harry Gunt that NASCAR mandated fire crotch resistant suits. Harry Gunt. Also celebrating a birthday, we got Glenn Robinson. Remember
Oh,
Glenn
yeah.
Robinson?
Oh,
the
yeah.
NBA,
Yeah, he
the
was
big
dope.
dog. You know what they
The
call
big
him, the
dog.
big dog. But you know actually how he got the name? Because he actually pees with one leg up. Glenn Robinson, the big dog.
Oh,
And also celebrating a birthday, we got San Francisco Giants first baseman and Hall of Famer Willie McCovey. Do you remember Willie McCovey? You
Yeah.
remember him?
Yeah.
He's they actually, they used to call him Stretch. That was his nickname. But it's not because of his first base skills that they call him Stretch. It actually has to do with an incident involving McCovey, some Ben Gay, a Louisville slugger, and the discussion of the designated hitters rule.
Whoa.
Billy McCovey, Stretch.
Nice.
Celebrating a birthday.
Was it in the 7th inning? Anyways.
They went into extra innings. What do you mean extra innings? The back. Celebrating a birthday on the 11th, we got NBA player Daryl Dawkins,
Oh, okay.
Chocolate Thunder.
Oh, yeah. Chocolate.
But it wasn't
Daryl
because,
Dawkins.
Chocolate Thunder wasn't because of his monstrous dunks.
Oh.
It was because of the one, his constant sharding
Oh.
affairs that he has with Chocolate Thunders.
He has diabetes now.
That's what they call him.
Too much chocolate.
They're real loud.
Comes on the back.
It's real loud when he sharts. It's like thunder.
It's like shooting basketball like on a chain net. Ching! You won a prize. There's a Tinkerbell somewhere. Also celebrating a birthday on the 11th, we got PGA golfer Ben Crenshaw.
Okay.
Ben Crenshaw. And actually, he was so popular in the African-American community, they actually nicknamed the most dangerous cruising spot in the most unaffluential neighborhood in his honor.
Oh,
Crenshaw Boulevard. Shit.
oh, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Shit.
We also got a birthday speed skater, Dave Crookshank, a.k.a. the Night Prowler Knife. It's a Crookshank. Also, we got a CFL quarterback, Dave Dixon, a.k.a. cozying up with his kid. Dixon,
Cozying up with his kid.
a.k.a.
You're stupid, bro.
Celebrate a birthday, a birthday on the 12th. We got NHL player Tim Horton. And actually, Tim's actually from a part of Ontario, Canada, which I think you might like, or you might like, or
Okay.
maybe I would like. It's called Cochrane.
Oh,
yes.
I'm not sure about that one.
You would like singing in the rain right there.
Horton here's a who. Or a whore.
A hooter. Also, we celebrate a birthday on the 12th. We got Dutch soccer player Marco Boogers, a.k.a. the Moco midfielder.
The Moco Loco.
Shouts out to the Hawaiians.
They call them crazy legs.
Because he couldn't feel nothing below the waist. Also celebrating a birthday on the 12th, we got cricketer Dick Motts, a.k.a. Applesauce Stick. Dick Motts. We got the Motts.
What's the matter with you?
Celebrating a birthday on the 13th, we got two-man bobsledder Man Hard Number.
Dude, what are these guys, porno stars or what?
Guess who wrote in the back? Also celebrating a birthday on the 13th,
The one in the front had his own muffler.
who tried to put a banana in the tailpipe.
His farts just fall out now.
Oh.
They just.
Great puddles of mud. Also celebrating a birthday on the 13th, we got Greek soccer player Takis Limonis. And coincidentally, they are also my favorite chips.
Yeah, there's a chip, isn't it?
Takis.
Limonis.
I think there's some over there.
I think there's chili in them. Also celebrating the birthday, we got NFL and entrepreneur Brett Maxey. NFL player Brett Maxey. He used to play with the Green Bay Packers, I believe. No, for real.
What does his pad look like?
He's actually invented a pad, a crotch protector called the Maxi Pad. You can smell it too.
He was a great offensive lineman. He was a great protector.
He was very offensive. He had offensive odors.
It was that tough game when that one called Bloody Sunday.
Sunday, bloody Sunday.
Oh, you too? And also celebrating her birthday, we got cricketer Kenyan Jayantalia,
Oh.
a.k.a. Malariaville. It's a Jayantalia out there. You know.
As long as he doesn't show his Jane tail.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Birthday on the 14th, we got Russian equestrian Ivan Kolita. Actually, a.k.a. give me your USS Ars.
I'm a ver la colita.
Ivan Colita, too.
Also celebrating birthday, we got Lebanese soccer player Osama Hader, a.k.a. Bin Laden's a bitch.
Yeah, take that.
And we got Korean Olympian Gilpak Dong, a.k.a. Jumbo Judo Junk.
Are you sure he's Korean?
It's Korean. Gilpak Dong.
He no hit back but burn side.
Triple J. Jumbo Judo Junk.
Jumbo judo junk.
Yeah.
Jumbo judo junk.
He packs
Yeah.
down.
Jumbo judo junk.
Yeah.
Jumbo
What?
remix. Jumbo judo junk. Jumbo judo junk. Who else you got?
Nice.
Man?
Birthday on the 15th. We got Dutch soccer player Rob Van Dijk, a.k.a. Penis Prowler. We also got soccer player Elroy Creamer, a.k.a. the Header Hydrant.
That's another good porn name, by the way.
I know.
Header Hydrant?
What's up with these birthdays?
No, the first though. What was his real name?
Oh, Elroy Creamer.
Yeah. Him and Pac
His
Don.
boy Elroy.
He's a creamer.
Starring Pac
In
Don.
the
and
morning.
And his wife. Ding, 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 ding. We also got Indian soccer player Chunti Goswami, a.k.a. Make a Run for the Border.
Somebody's eating Taco Bell for sure.
It's spicy around here.
Mm-hmm.
And rounding off birthdays for the 16th, we got equestrian rider Chelen Bozak, a.k.a. the Galloping Gonads.
Oh, damn.
We also got CFL player Willie Whitehead, the albino python. And we got relay runner Marty Strokin, a.k.a. Don't Pass the Baton. and that's it for birthdays. Actually, I got two shout-outs, birthday
right.
shout-outs. I got Renee's
that's
birthday,
right,
shout
man.
out today. And my niece Jessica, shout out to her.
Oh, and also happy birthday to Data. Just had a birthday last week, too.
Oh, all right.
Data, homeboy Data. He came last night, too. So happy birthday
Happy
to those
birthday
guys,
to
man.
Data, man.
I want to give a happy birthday to Henry Perea. He's one of the guys that's in our Raider fan club that we do the Silver and Black Republic. So he was actually at my show yesterday. But happy birthday, Henry.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's what's
happy
up.
birthday to
Happy
him.
birthday.
From behalf of all the Bsidesports show team, we all want to wish you a
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
buddy. So once again, you guys are tuning in and listening to Bsidesports show. Let's go on to our next topic and let's find out who's in trouble. Hit it, Drakk. So yeah, man. Since we haven't talked for a minute,
Yes.
I know there's a lot of guys getting in trouble.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff
So
going on.
Shaye, help us out with that. What do you
Yeah,
got?
well, we can follow up on what we were talking about earlier with the the whole college bowl season with the playoffs and all that stuff.
Right.
Well, it turning out ESPN college football, they might end up owing ESPN. They might end up owing over $20 million in free ads, basically,
Wow.
because basically they have like they guarantee a certain number of viewers that they're going to have to these advertisers for them to pay.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be the bowl game.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So these advertisers, they're not going to pay this big, these huge amounts for advertising unless they get a certain number of ratings. But I guess it fell way short of the. And just like we were saying earlier about, they were on a day when people still go to work that day on Thursday.
Why
you know.
didn't they do it on New Year's Day?
I
That's
don't
what
get
doesn't
that.
make any sense
Everybody's
to me.
just chilling, huh? Like recovering from the night before, kicking back, watching football, and that's
New
the
Year's,
perfect day to do
New
it.
Year's Eve at 1
Yeah.
o'clock. Who the hell's gonna watch that?
But at the same time, I guess because
Dumbs.
you got the Rose Bowl always on New Year's Day though too, right? Though, so maybe they didn't want
Yeah.
to compete with that. I don't know, but they're going to end up owing
I
like
think what it is too many bowls.
yeah.
There's
Well,
too
not
many
according to all the guys that smoke marijuana. Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
Not according to the guys in Denver.
Yeah, there can never be too many bowls, or
Or the owner of the Raiders and his haircut.
Oh, whoa.
He's the bowl hair.
but actually, I guess next year. But they're not changing it. They're still they still have it on the contract that they're still going to take place on New Year's Eve next year. The football. I mean, the
Well,
playoff
New
games.
Year's Eve next year isn't going to be, well,
It'll be what, a Friday.
still, that's still bad.
Yeah, still.
Anyways.
Yeah. And then also moving on, following up, we talked about this before on the show. Chris Correa, he was a former scouting director for the Cardinals, St. Louis.
Oh yeah.
You know, they were investigating him. He might have hacked into the Astros database of players where they ranked all the prospects and they had all their trade prospects, you know, things they were going to do in the future. All that in there. He hacked it basically. So he's now pled guilty to 5 of the 12 charges that were handed to him.
Damn,
so now
dude.
they're waiting on you know, the sentencing now, but you know, this happened just this past Friday where he pled. It turns out though he's not like some kind of a master programmer or anything. He just like Jeff Lunau, who's a former employee with the Cardinals, who moved on to the Astros. I guess he went over there and used the same passwords that he was using. So this guy just guessed it. Maybe he's using the same password, and
Took
it
a
was
hunch.
it. Yep, and it was it. So that's all it took. So I
What
mean,
an astro.
yeah, that's true though. That's not the smartest thing to do. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why would you? Okay. Anyways,
Like Eric always uses this different
you don't have
passwords.
Norton antivirus, really, full?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't get a reminder? Like, you got to change your password from iHeart MLB 2014. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or-
come on.
Secure lock.
My name is Jeff.
Huh. iHeart Jeff.
Eric uses the same password for the porn sites all the time.
Eat me for.
He let me use his account.
Why are you sharing my account?
His is Rapey Devil 626. Wait, what?
Shay hacked my pants.
626.
Shay was hacking my pants.
Also, just like earlier, how we were talking about the Rams might be moving over here. Well, you know, the Rams, I mean, the city of St. Louis is trying to get him to stay. You know, they really want him to stay. But the team itself, they actually made some pretty bad comments about the city, the fan base. They're saying they're not even filling up the games. The fans aren't coming out. But they fired back. The city actually fired back with a letter, an open letter, basically saying, "You're not putting a competitive product out on the field. What do you expect?" So
True.
that's on you. That's on you to
honestly,
bring people
that
in,
is very
you know?
true.
Yeah. So
In other words, you guys are cool, but you're no Nelly. It's getting hot in here, so take a high clothes.
The Saint Lunatics can fill that place. How about that?
Hey, a Phantom of the
for
Opera
sure.
guy
And
can
that's
do
just
it.
the guys in the band.
So not only are they dealing with this now, they might lose the team, but also they might have to pay a lawsuit being filed by Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush, he's playing for the 49ers now.
What?
He slipped on some concrete that surrounds the field. Basically slipped.
Oh, and that's how he injured himself,
That's
right?
how he injured himself. He tore his ACL. I believe he was out for the season, and so now basically that took away. He wasn't able to, continue, making his living or
Right.
whatever. He's suing. It's actually the St. Louis Convention
It's
and
an
Visitors
indoor
Committee.
arena, right?
He's
It's
gonna have
Edward
to-
Edward Jones Stadium. I think. Does it have a dome?
After the
Trying to-
American Me actor.
He needs to go back to Kim Kardashian. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I
If
know,
he wants
yeah.
to salvage his career.
But the thing was though, Josh McCown from Cleveland, just the week before, he fell on that same concrete. I guess it was slippery. So since then they've added some kind of rubber or something. I don't know.
They should put an artificial bush.
You know what they say? Slippery when wet.
Artificial.
Isn't that an album?
Yeah, shout out to Bon Jovi.
That's right. Yeah,
Stick my hand, nigga, as well.
so they're in a little. That would suck to lose the team and have to still pay the lawsuit because they're not bringing in the revenue from the team anymore.
You know who's in trouble right now? Let me tell you real quick.
Yeah.
Breaking news: the Redskins just lost to
they
the
lost?
Green Bay Packers.
They're out. They're
Yep,
out.
they're
Maybe
done.
they could change their name now.
Two.
Loser.
All right, keep going.
Okay,
Shay. What
moving
you
on
got?
here. We got in Tennessee a high school. It's Ooltewah High School in Tennessee. It's high school. They've actually canceled their basketball season.
Why?
There was some kind of hazing incident going on. So 3 players have been charged with basically they raped one of their teammates
What?
with a pool cue
What?
in a basement. I guess they were on a trip to a tournament somewhere. They were staying in some kind of cabin. They took him to the basement. It's all part of a hazing thing. I guess they would haze each, like the freshman, or I don't know if he was a freshman or what it
Talk
was.
about taking a shot in the corner
Yeah.
pocket.
I mean, did you experience?
Wow.
He's like, there's no pool table here. What the-
How many other guys were there? Because that turned into an 8-ball tournament. Oh my goodness. Oh no. There's 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we not appreciate? You rapey hazers. That's who. Oh my god.
Put a triangle on him.
There's no pool table.
Why were they putting quarters in his mouth? It's crazy.
Eric, did you experience any hazing when you were on the chess club in high school or soccer team? Did they ever do anything?
Yeah, when the guys took turns, they made L-shaped fucking turns on there, just like a chessboard.
You know, they teabagged me and said, "King me." I'm like, no, not anymore.
Better than Shaye when he played checkers. His checkers hazing. They jumped him. Sometimes 2-3 man jumps.
I'm sorry, but we don't mean to laugh, but our society is getting pretty messed up. If hazing back in the day used to, somebody put them in a trash can or something.
Right.
And
That's
they get
what.
out.
Right.
Now they're putting pool cues on there.
They're like, why is he chalking my wiener? Like, what does that mean?
What? You know,
Chalk,
What-
rosin.
what kind of hate? Like what? It trips me out. And
I don't know.
you're right. So these dudes rate their teammates.
Their teammate. With
I mean,
They're not even in prison.
that's some initiation.
They
right
got girlfriends.
they did it accidentally on purpose.
They accidentally fell on his buns.
Right?
I don't even think Aaron Hernandez got it that bad. Or his
Jeez.
cellmate or whatever.
Oh,
my
man. Lawrence
God,
Phillips
man.
did, I think.
Oh yeah,
He murdered the dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's why he's a good running back, fool. He's hard. He's a hard one. He gets away, dude. He's squirrely, bro. He's squirrely teammates too, man. You
Barry
can't take,
Sanders would have been dope.
you can't take a pool cue anywhere these days. Jesus.
No way.
Jeez.
So what if Tom Cruise wants to reprise his role as in The Color of Money? Like, nah, dude. You heard what happened at the high school?
Much like the Pacquiao Bradley part 3, they shouldn't be a part 3 of that either. Okay, so
That's dope, dude. That kid's gonna have nightmares every time he hears like a pool table breaking, the balls breaking.
just breaking. He just starts flinching. Hey, hey. Every time he starts crying, he just starts peeing a little bit. Oh.
You want to scare him and go, hey, rack him.
No. Hey, look at that girl. She's got a nice rack. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. No.
Hey, look at that warehouse has racks.
What do they tell him? That's your cue. Hey, you want to go swimming in my pool?
Oh man.
Oh, sorry. All right, moving on a little more. Johnny Manziel's in trouble again. I think he's going to be dropped, right, by Cleveland. Oh, no, they probably will, but LeBron James actually dropped him from his marketing
his
company.
marketing, right?
He was in
LeBron James?
LeBron James owns a. Well, it's him and another guy, but his
Yeah.
partner's the one that kind of like manages everybody.
Yeah, he's it was some kind of a business venture for whatever it was, but he's basically dissolved that partnership because Johnny Manziel keeps messing up
Yeah,
basically.
it's hard
He
for
showed
him.
up on TMZ, and they were talking some nonsense about him because he was walking out of the liquor store with a box of wine.
A box
A
of
box
A box
of
of
wine.
wine.
Yes.
That's retarded.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's going green. Maybe it's to recycle.
And
Well.
he had a couple of people with him, and they heard him ask them, "And what are you guys gonna get for yourself?" Like, you guys don't want anything? This is mine right here.
He's retarded, dude.
he just plugs it in intravenously now.
He's like the Britney Spears of the NFL.
right, kind of.
Right?
He's just
Kinda
he's a
hinky.
weird.
Well,
yeah.
the latest thing he got
hinky.
he got pulled over for expired license plates. So the license plate didn't even have his tags, and I mean he wasn't drunk though, so luckily he wasn't drunk. But he did miss a team medical evaluation that he was required to attend. He missed that, just didn't show up, and he was seen. I guess people had seen he was seen partying in Vegas.
Yeah.
He was
With the
seen,
wig on
He
or
was seen
something.
cohorting in Vegas.
He looked like El Chapo.
Are you Johnny Manziel? No, I'm Jack Manziel.
No, he was found with
Donnie.
I'm Jackie Manziel.
He was spotted with El Chapo somewhere in Vegas.
Donnie Mandrell. One of the Mandrell sisters.
think she was dating Donny Osmond.
Have you seen my sister, Marie?
A little bit country. She's rock and roll
My hair is wearing the hat, the Piazza hat with the fake hair.
with the mulletino.
I think
New York mullets.
he can't be Johnny Football anymore.
He wants to be a Mexi mullet.
Brett Maxey. The inventor of the pad.
And yes,
Instead
he's soaking it all up.
no more Johnny Football. It's like Johnny Boone's Farm or something.
Johnny Mickey's.
Johnny Foosball.
Johnny Foosball.
What do you mean, Johnny Crazy Horse?
And then finally, Luis Suarez of Barcelona has been suspended for a few games. I guess they got into a scuffle with the Española players in the tunnel. Let to go back to the thing. They got into a little scuffle over there, so he's being suspended.
He's always been a dirty player.
yeah,
That guy?
Yeah, he's the guy that bit somebody a few years ago.
Yeah, I
Like, he
believe
bit
so,
him on the
yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah.
That guy? Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. The World Cup or something, right?
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, I think he
That
played. He
dude?
played for not Argentina, one of those South American countries. Suarez, right?
Yeah, Suarez, Luis Suarez. But and the thing is, like, that sounded bad at the
Portugal.
time. At the time, it sounded bad for biting someone, but I mean, after hearing the pool cue story, it's
Yeah, I'll let someone bite me all day.
it's like,
Yeah, you know what? Bite away. Bite me. You can bite my style, too, while you're at it, all right? Go ahead.
that's it. Who's in trouble this week?
That's bad.
Oh, man, you guys are knuckleheads. But thank you for messing up your lives for our entertainment value. So thanks. Once again, you guys are tuning in and listening to Bsidesports Show with Shaye, Whitey, Eric J., and myself, Ralph Figueroa. Let's move on to our next topic conversation to find out what happened this week in sports history. So go ahead, hit it, Drakk.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back to the time. Sometimes you get up.
Sometimes you get down.
Sometimes it's kind of
Oh,
sideways.
that one got me.
So what happened this week in sports history?
We're going to start off in 1892.
Ooh.
The rules of basketball are published in the Triangle magazine in Massachusetts. And the first rule states, keep this sport pure for all the Anglo athletes because we are superior in high jumping. Anglos.
Rule number 2, nobody talks about the rules of basketball.
Shouts out to that Norton.
You know the actual rules that were first written, I think they're in one of those colleges, like I want to say Kansas or and they actually they paid like $6 million for the rules of basketball.
It says, go grab yourself the longest pole and the biggest peach basket you could find. And whimper it underneath. Start the game over. Tip off in center court.
Stand over yonder and shoot.
And when you shoot, make a shot put momentum and lift your right leg as you conquer.
No, not hither, thither.
Follow through. Follow through. The key.
We shall have no southpaws in this team. They are the hand of the devil.
You may only take 2 steps. More than that, you're walking. But we'll call it traveling. That sounds more fun. No traveling, though.
And take off those rubber galoshes.
You're splashing around. Go sit on that bench over there. Meh.
Splinters. Shorts are too short. So, also on this week in 1942, the Chicago Cubs dropped plans to install lights due to World War II. And the Cubs announced, due to World War II, we will wait and celebrate with new lights when our beloved Cubs won the World Series. They still waiting.
And by candlelight, Paul Revere Road. 1 by day and 2 by night.
The Cholos are coming.
Build it, they will come.
The Cubs aren't winning.
But we get drunk as hell. Also in 1942, FDR asked baseball commissioner to continue baseball play during World War II. And that's when Eleanor sticks a 2 cent in and requests that women baseball players have a league of their own as well. Shout out to Tom Hanks.
And Rosie O'Donnell.
She muff dove into second.
In 1946, the Cleveland Rams give permission to move to L.A. And 70 years later, they're begging for the same.
Oh, it all comes around full circle. That's crazy.
Jerk off. In 1960, Lamar Clark sets the pro boxing record of 44 consecutive knockouts, whereas Lamar Odom was knocked out for 44 straight days.
Thanks, Chloe.
You saved me.
I love you, babe.
Turn on the respirator. In 1972,
Is there a flux capacitor in that? Marty! Marty! I'm alive.
In 1972, France releases Abu Daoud, a Palestinian suspected of involvement in the 1972 Munich Olympic massacre. He was later heard saying, "It truly was racial profiling. I suppose, don't all Palestinians carry RPGs?"
What was his name?
Abu Daoud.
Bless you.
You're welcome.
Sure. Okay. You know what? I booed out that joke. Okay, how about that?
Oh, I would doubt about that.
I booed out about that big time.
In 1980, Bruins rookie goalie allows 3 goals in his first 4 minutes and 5 goals overall in the first period. He never again plays hockey in the NHL and was last seen by Crystal Lake.
He's always waiting for that time of the month. He's always on his period.
The first period. In 1981, boxer Leon
That was a
Spinks.
heavy one. Had a heavy flow of shots.
You need iron.
Oh.
In 1981, boxer Leon Spinks is mugged, and his assailants even take his gold teeth. In another news, police arrest Leon Spinks for trading gold teeth for crack cocaine.
Officer, the fell out on the
I'm a boxer, you know.
You know how we do.
In 1983, the Whalers defeat the Devils during a blizzard and without the help of their leader, Bob Marley.
Buffalo Soldier. No woman, no cry.
You know why they call them Buffalo Soldiers? Is because the Native Americans seen black soldiers for the first time and couldn't describe them other than by their hair, which was coarse like a buffalo. Buffalo Soldiers is born.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then they all smoked out.
Peace pipes.
What is peyote thing?
Hit the lesh.
In 1983, the American Medical Association urges a ban on boxing and cites it on Muhammad Ali's deteriorating condition, in which boxing responded with, "Oh, that's no condition. Ali's just imitating Cosby." I'd like to do.
Better not trying to imitate that prison sentence he's going to get handed down. Creepy old guy.
Yeah, hopefully he didn't imitate him too much.
We should talk about him and who's in trouble. Jeez. Can't wait till he's in some rapey sports movie we can talk about. Jeez.
In 1989, the Denver Nuggets' Jerome Lane misses 7 free throws in a game, including one missing by 2 feet. And it looks like Jerome Lane was on some of Denver's best Nuggets.
Jerome Lane.
Jerome Lane.
Stay in Jerome Lane.
If him and Kobe got together, it'd be Lane Bryant.
There you go.
That's for the hefty ladies shop.
Oh, I love them. They give you tacos while you wait.
Do I look fat in this? The mannequins have stretch marks. Yes. Yes.
Does this make me look fat? No, your face. In 1991, Ben Johnson's first race after being stripped of his 88 gold medal comes in second. And his first words are, don't even go there. Don't even stop.
It was. How do you spell?
UH?
Good thing his name's not Richard Johnson.
Whoa.
Whoa. Hey.
That's a double whammer.
Family show. Also in 1991, 42 are killed in an exhibition soccer game match in South Africa. And that's just from the Ebola alone.
No. Damn.
That's from the mosquitoes.
They suck on each other. In 1994, Lawrence Taylor announces his retirement from the NFL. And instantly, all drug dealers close his line of credit.
And then stars in The Waterboy.
They steal his car.
What are you doing? I just stole LT's car.
Mickey Valancourt.
Which brings me to a good point. Don't do drugs. Stay away from drugs.
The devil.
In 1995, O.J. Simpson murder trial begins, and so does the high-volume sales of bootleg free O.J. T-shirts.
They're making a movie about that.
About the shirt sales?
No, about the whole O.J. Simpson trial thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's going to play him?
I forgot.
I used to go to school with a guy named Jerry Manos who would look like him.
Really?
Yeah.
Más o menos.
Más o menos.
He was black, but from Germany, and he got mad when I called him German chocolate cake.
I think Jim Carrey is going to play him. Doesn't really fit. I don't know.
They wanted to be Sammy Sosa, but they're like, no.
Nah, too late.
Sorry,
A
buddy.
few years earlier, go back to hitting home runs, and then give us a call.
Go back to doing steroids.
And finally, 1997, Dennis Rodman kicks cameraman Eugene Arman in the testicles.
Yeah.
Rodman later remarks, "His balls? No way. I'm Rodman. I meant to kick his worm." And
There's a worm at the bottom.
and that
The bottom.
this week for sports history.
Shit, crazy stuff, man.
You guys are tuning in, listening to the B-Side Sports Show with Shaye, Whitey, Eric J. Good stuff, man. Okay. And myself, Ralph Figueroa. So once again, you guys can find us on all our social media at B-Side Sports Show. So let's do a little Where Are They Now? We haven't done that in a while. So go ahead, hit it, Drakk.
Where are they now? How I miss those companions who walk the canyons of the night by my side. Where are
Where now?
¿Dónde están ahora?
So who are we wondering about? Where they now?
Well, actually,
Shaye?
I was gonna sing that about you guys because I hadn't seen you in so long.
Where are they now? Oh, there they are. They're on Instagram. Okay, there they are. I found them. I found them. Never mind.
Oh, yes. We're gonna
They're
talk-
posting now. Except for Eric, he doesn't even know what the hell we're
yeah.
talking about.
What are you guys talking about? This is where you call the Moco Space thing?
Yeah, the Moco Space and all that. You still have yours, right?
We Twitter.
What?
Moco Space.
We like to Twitter with
Yeah.
Is
with
that like
people.
speakers, right?
Yes.
Tweeters.
Follow me, by the way, Shaye Whitey.
Oh, there you go. Throw the little plug in there.
Little plug in.
Oh,
Shameless.
nice.
This is a shameless plug.
All right, dude. So
all right, we're gonna talk about Eddie George. Actually, you remember Eddie George, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was in, related to George Foreman, right? No, kind of look like him.
Yeah, a little actually. No, but yeah, I mean, like we were talking about the Heisman earlier. He was a former Heisman Trophy winner when he
course.
played with Ohio State in 1995. He went on to be drafted by the Houston Oilers when they were still the Oilers, and they became the Tennessee Titans.
right.
And he spent most of his career there. They even went to the Super Bowl.
They lost.
They lost to the Rams in Super Bowl 34. But he ended up his career in the 49ers, though, I believe.
Really?
No, I'm sorry, with Dallas.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he played his final year there, and he retired in 05. But he's the only second running back to rush for over 10,000 yards and never missed a start.
Really?
Yeah, he was only the second one to ever do that. The other one
And
was Jim
that's-
Brown. Jim Brown was the other guy that did
Jim
that.
Brown.
And Jim Brown don't even remember that anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just fights gangsters in the
Talk-
streets of Harlem.
Talk about another lesbian that takes a licking. Hell yeah. And that's hard at that position because the running back is initiating the contact.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
gets hit
You
so
know,
much.
so
And what's crazy is he's still, but getting that many hits, sometimes you don't know how sharp they'll still be, but he's real sharp. He's real.
Because he uses the maxi pad.
Yeah. But because he does a lot of hosting now, so basically after retirement, he actually made the College Football Hall of Fame. He was the Rookie of the Year in '96, 4 Pro Bowls. But when he retired, he started doing some TV work, basically. So
Like Matlock.
he's
Murder, She Wrote.
No, this Miss Lansbury woman.
he was on the
I'm
Real
filling
World.
in. I'm
He's
the new Huxtable.
He's gonna do it on the remake. They're gonna have to remake all the Cosby shows because what's going
They're
on
gonna
with.
put his face in.
So they're just gonna put him over.
Just put Eddie
He's
George in
headache,
there.
headache Huxtable.
And like he's hosted actually a game show on TV called G-Force Training Camp. It's like a gamer show. He's hosted a lot of pregame stuff on Fox, like in studio analyst. He's done pregame for the Titans. He still does that. He was on a reality series
Right.
with his wife. Actually, it was
Oh,
called.
this-
So he does a lot of things. My question
His
is,
wife is beautiful too.
Yeah,
does he remember it?
you never know. I don't know.
That's why he just got his first and last name are both just first names. Eddie, George, what?
He's like, I played football.
George, Eddie, who? What? Makes it easier to remember that, dude. So smart move, Eddie George. Well played, sir. Well played.
Yeah, and like he was saying though, his wife, real hot. They were in a reality series together called "I Married a Baller." I married a baller.
A balder?
A baller. A baller.
Oh,
Eric tried out for that show, but none of the ballers wanted.
But he
to-
wasn't taller.
Yeah.
nah, dude. I wish I had a rabbit with a hat and a 64 and a Paula. We're cruising Crenshaw, named after Ben Crenshaw. I love that.
He's appeared in a cameo in The Game Plan, which had The Rock in it. The Game Plan was a movie.
Are you talking about the guys that sing Word Up?
no,
Cameo?
Dwayne Johnson.
Cameo. Oh, I thought you meant
Oh,
cameo.
No, he made a cameo appearance. I'm sorry, I should have embellished.
Wire up.
He made a cameo appearance. He made a cameo appearance in Coach. Remember the series with Craig T. Nelson?
Oh yeah.
He's been on a few. He actually did, and then from there, and which translates to what he's doing now. He's actually doing on stage like Broadway stuff now.
Yeah, I just saw an ESPN thing on him
Yeah.
that he's doing. Yeah,
No
he's doing
way.
Yeah,
Broadway.
so he started out in
Yeah.
he did a Julius Caesar play in 2012. That was his first.
Called Black Caesar.
Yeah,
Black Caesar in Harlem.
he did that, and he also played Othello, which is a famous Shakespeare.
He's the candy bard.
Yeah, or no, I think it's a board game, isn't it?
I don't know.
Or something. But it's also a famous play by Shakespeare. Not that I've ever read it, but I know it's famous. Actually, they
Othello.
Othello.
Them Kenyan runners, they Shakespeare's too.
So now, just a few days ago, last week, he made his debut on Broadway, and for Chicago, the musical Chicago.
Nah.
Yeah, so this is the first
He's gonna
time.
play Queen Latifah.
No, actually, he plays Billy
We
Flynn.
are living
Close.
single.
Wait, what was her name on the movie? Have you seen Chicago?
Khadijah. Her name is.
Khadijah? Oh, well.
I don't know. I thought we were still talking about what's her name.
Eric, don't you have it?
That's
Queen
Tootie.
Latifah. That's Queen Latifah.
Eric has the collector's set edition. I thought
Of what?
Of Chicago, the play.
Yeah, it's all about the deep dish pizza.
Oh, he has the whole collection of all Queen Latifah's whole catalog of movies.
Aquila and the Bee. Barber Beauty Shop. Oh, is it Poetic Justice?
They're on display. And
Oh
everything.
yeah.
Oh, set it off.
Ooh.
That was good. She had some good movies though.
Yeah.
And what about what's the one with Steve Martin
In the house.
in the house
the
or out of the
house.
house or something?
Yeah.
Like that?
1 and 2, no?
Yeah, that's the one movie you don't want to stay in the house to watch. Just no.
She
You
went
watch a
like
movie
that.
like that on accident, okay?
Yeah.
Just warning.
Exactly.
Warning.
Yeah.
Warning.
If you're trying to fall asleep or something.
I fell asleep at Chicago, too.
And
If you're constipated, feel free to watch that movie. It might help you. Okay, just
Yeah.
so you know. Just so you know.
yeah, so no, he's not playing her role though. He's playing Billy Flynn. Billy Flynn, who's I guess a character in the. I haven't seen Chicago like the movie or anything, but I know it's a famous musical that they do on Broadway all the
that's with the
time.
other girl from the Diaries, right? What's her name?
Billy Flynn, was that the
That girl.
is that the guy that played for the Packers? Is that him? Billy Flynn, the one who got all that money, who was awful.
Well, I know it
Flynn
sounds
Boyle.
like
Is that
She married Jack Nicholson.
Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, so they did a little interview too before. He doesn't even seem nervous though. He still seems sharp, like I was saying though. He's like all there. He's smart. He seems like the way he talks. He's like real articulate in the. He was kind of comparing football to acting on stage and just.
He's like, my favorite
whatever
actor is Potato.
He's all, yeah, the steroids. We take the same amount of steroids, in acting as we do. And, no, I don't think he was one of those. But
And both we love cocaine. I don't know
He's
why.
like, there's no
It's great.
GMOs in meat.
It's artistic.
And then also, so another we were just talking about too, Heisman Trophy. Another former Ty Detmer.
Oh yeah, Ty Detmer.
Ty Detmer. So
He just celebrated his 25th. What is it? The silver anniversary, I guess, of his Heisman trophy.
believe
It's the
so,
stuff
yeah.
that's tied to its stick.
So, so Ty Detmer played for BYU, a great quarterback. Never translated well into the NFL.
No, he didn't.
This is a Heisman,
His
right?
brother
he's-
did. His
yeah.
brother did, right?
Yes,
His brother was it Coy or something? Coy Detmer.
Coy Detmer. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think he did a little better, but
So
His real name
so-
is Tess. Coitus Detmer. Coitus Detmer.
So what's Ty Detmer up
well,
to?
so now he's back with BYU. He's actually been hired on as the offensive coordinator now.
nice.
He's the offensive coordinator for
Dope, bro.
BYU. So he's been hired. He's already spoken to the media and everything. So
Very
that's
cool.
what he's doing.
Yeah,
now.
because you always kind of wonder what happens to some of these guys. They win the Heisman, and it does. They don't always necessarily become great. NFL.
Ricky Williams?
Which yeah, well, I mean that's one. I mean,
But he's a Heisman.
yeah, he did. Yeah,
He's the Heisman.
He's Heisman.
He's man.
He's
a
like
high man.
Himalayan high.
he's satellite high. Yeah, but there's some guys that just like who what happened to him.
And then what's crazy is there's actually a lot of actors that people don't know that they came from sports. Like people that are acting now.
Ahmad Rashad.
I mean, going back to the Eddie George thing. Yeah, exactly. Carl Weathers, for example.
Carl
too.
Weathers. Jim Hill.
Jim Hill.
Jim Hill. Right?
But he doesn't act though. But still,
Well,
I know
he
it's
acts like he
your
likes
point.
me.
Hey, did you know?
Speaking of rapey guys, hey,
Did you know Carl Weathers actually played for the Raiders? I didn't realize that until I was. Yeah, he was a linebacker in 1970-71. But that was the only year.
How do you do it with the wooden hand? That chubby, right?
He used to wear the.
oh, that's
Apollo
when he
Creed
was in the
shirt,
locker room. They called him Chubby.
and he wore the Apollo Creed shorts on the field.
Those painted on ones.
The ones when he races them on the beach.
And then also remember Alex. Remember Alex Karras too was another one. He was in Webster.
Oh yeah.
But he was a former. He was a defense.
midget?
He played for the Lions. Yeah, he played Emmanuel Lewis. He played for the Lions. You didn't know that?
Emmanuel Lewis is that boxing trainer, right?
Right. He's the one that passed away. Recipes.
Yeah, rest in peace. Recipes?
He was dope. I used to like that show.
Recipes.
Yeah.
Recipes.
Recipes.
Rest in peace.
that what he
George
said?
Papadopoulos.
Like, I'm hungry.
Are we
You
back
say-
to Colonel Sanders again? Barry Sanders is Army Brett.
Barry Sanders Jr.
You get on college.
Colonel Sanders Jr.
Es un pollito, aunque sea.
And then, there was one more that's funny. Remember Fred Dreyer? Remember that show, Hunter?
Oh, Hunter.
We were
Yes.
talking about that a while ago. He was also a football
He
player.
played for the Rams.
Yeah.
And
The Los Angeles Rams, yeah.
Yes.
And Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, and he played for the
Merlin
Giants as well.
Olsen.
Yeah, from Little House on the Prairie. He was also in the FTD commercials. Though he was around.
Was he also
too.
with King Arthur, that guy?
Who, Michael Landon?
Merlin-
Round Table Pizza?
Michael Landon.
I love my Michael Landon story. When I saw him in the bathroom at the Ringling Brothers Circus,
What?
and I asked him to sign. He goes, "Wait till I'm done whizzing, son."
You asked him to sign your chest? Look like he was pointing to a chair. You asked him to sign. He was doing
Yeah, but I had a hard pencil. It hurt
One of the big ones, those big pencils.
with the flag at the end. He's all, here you go, son. Go back to heaven. Send me on the highway.
Oh man, and that's it, man. That's catching up on some people with that's what they're doing now. That's pretty
Nice.
dope though to be able to go from football to like acting on Broadway. I think that's pretty dope.
Right?
That's what P Diddy did.
Take that. Speaking of take that, you guys are taking it from the Bsidesports Show team. That's who you are. So once again, you guys find us on all our social media at Bsidesports Show. You guys are tuning in and listening to Shaye, Whitey, Eric J, myself, Ralph Figueroa. So let's move into our last topic of conversation before we do our shout outs. And let's do a 2015 review.
Yes.
Kind of talk about some stuff that notable, newsworthy stories. And there's a few of them.
All right.
So with that being said, let's go ahead. Hit it, Drakk. All right. So 2015 was a crazy year in sports.
Yes.
Just in life in general.
we look at Cosby and Jared from Subway, all that stuff. Man. There's all
Right.
kinds of stuff going on.
But then when in the sports news, I think one of the biggest stories obviously was Bruce Jenner.
oh,
Gender.
Bruce Jenner.
Yeah, Bruce Genderbender.
That was really big.
Hey,
You think
hey,
it-
hey.
After they said
You were there during the surgery?
It was
or-
the airbags on his accident. I think it would probably top the
That's probably the biggest story
of sports in
of 2015. Yes.
2015. I would agree with that.
Because and then he wound up getting that what is it, the
award.
hero award or
The
whatever.
posthumous
Oh,
award.
That wasn't funny at all.
the hero of the whatever. That wasn't cool though.
Yeah, they should have gave it to someone else. A
Yeah,
horse.
It doesn't. I mean, not.
California Chrome.
Before he becomes glue.
I guess it takes a lot of courage to get your nuts chopped off. I guess.
That's why I don't take
That's
my
why they
little dog. Shout out to Serge.
That
my
was
dog.
But that was pretty crazy. I mean, just the whole it changed the landscape of not just sports, but I mean just life and like that was like the biggest talk.
And the
for a while.
storyline for Keeping Up with the Kardashians went,
Just right.
Wow, man, they had
They
all
just
kinds of new
fueled their
material.
fire just a little bit more.
Yeah.
They're animals.
Crazy. So
can't
what,
believe them.
Animals.
what's a story that stood out to you, Eric?
Lamar Odom.
Oh,
Lamar Odom to me stood out as one of 2015's most, at least bizarre.
right,
you know,
infamous,
and
infamous,
Yeah.
Is that what? Because he's so famous, he's infamous.
right?
Is that what it is?
Or maybe they famous inside of him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Nah, but I thought the Lamar Odom thing was pretty strange, and he vomited it on himself and everything. I like that.
That's the least of his worries, I think.
That guy knows how to party. Let me
That
tell
guy
you
knows
that.
how to party.
He went to a brothel, right? And he takes all these supplements
right.
and Viagra. Was it Viagra? Was
No,
It was
wasn't
a
that-
herbal
was-
Viagra.
it was
Herbal
like
Viagra.
Yeah.
the
Watch,
kind
want me to
like-
show you guys? I got some.
Hey, we got it from the smoke shop over with the Armenian guys. But Paul, this is good for you, huh?
It make your penis rhinoceros.
Right now, look downstairs. Looks like disabled veteran sitting in two duffel bags, huh? You want soldier to salute? Take pills, huh? Good.
I think people were saying that he wanted to. Maybe he was trying to kill himself. So I guess what better way to do it than kill yourself? With a bunch of hookers.
I mean, he
you know?
was.
Yeah, but see the kind of skanks he was with, though.
Just,
I would have I would have overdosed myself too.
I would have gone to Tijuana.
Yeah, there you go. Probably would have been.
At least I
cheaper.
could have got tacos afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
It's one place where you go to Mexico and still Chicago.
Chicago Club.
What about you, Shaye? Anybody in particular, or any stories?
You know what? I think probably the biggest one to me because I'm a big fan of the Lakers is the Kobe retirement. His
Okay.
farewell
that's right.
farewell tour. Basically, he finally made the announcement. This year.
Which is ongoing right
Yeah.
now. By
At
the way.
first-
Kind of sad
Yeah.
because you know what, his tour now, his retirement
Mm-hmm.
tour with his body turning into Muhammad Ali as we speak,
Mush.
reminds me of that exhibit that went around like last year of the decomposed bodies.
Oh man.
That's what the Kobe tour is starting to look like to
Yeah.
me, and I want him to be done with.
But I will say though, no, his game has stepped up from the beginning of the season. Though. He's been doing actually his percentages
Yeah,
better.
he's actually-
he's
it's
working
gonna-
with his teammates.
It's
more.
going to take him a little while. I mean, he was away from the team for so long.
Yeah,
There's no
remember those-
chemistry.
Those
Yeah.
old Model T Ford, you got to crank them and let them sit there for like a while.
Like the horns, like you're stepping
then
on the cat.
Then you create momentum.
And then his defense is underrated, man. He guards people. He still tries to keep up with these young cats. Like that.
And they can't.
Yeah.
But he tried. I mean, he works. You could
He
still say he's
works.
working. He's working hard, and
Yeah.
that's I appreciate that. I mean, I'm just a big fan of his because he was a lifelong Laker. 20 years on the Lakers.
And it's rare nowadays for people to start and end with the same teams for
Exactly.
that long of a time.
Who else did it?
It's funny. It's funny. Who?
Oh, Reggie Miller. That's the only one I could think of that was that
That
long.
was
But
with
he was
the-
only 19 years though.
Yeah,
Right.
but still, I mean,
That's the long.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny is that if you talk greatest players, NBA players of all time, it's Jordan and Kareem. But yet, if you talk the greatest Lakers of all time, it's Magic and Kobe. That conversation, and that's kind of weird. How being a Laker, Kareem is considered third amongst the best in a lot of people's minds, and yet he's second all-time greatest. Kind of weird.
Well, but some people
Yeah.
would consider Magic Johnson as one of the I've always been when I first started watching when I was a kid that I watched Magic Johnson and I was a big fan of his.
That's why you got yourself
me-
HIV.
Oh, yeah.
that's why
guess
you go to his theaters.
I guess I was too big of a fan. But yeah. So I considered him and Jordan the top two players. I mean, to me, but
Of all
I mean,
time?
Yeah. I mean,
I do.
that was my opinion. But of course, people would disagree
What would you
with
put
that.
Benoit Benjamin?
Let me see.
Do they have a top 1,000? Because he wouldn't even be in
Hey,
that.
do you have a calculator? So I can,
No.
no.
I'm running out of fingers here.
Yeah, so that was a big story to me. I'm still watching the games, even though they lose a lot. But
You
see what
know,
happens.
what's another one for me? Ronda Rousey's loss.
Oh yeah,
That was
crazy.
and that was huge. I mean, because everybody had she got a little full of herself.
Oh, a lot
for a
full
minute.
of herself.
She wasn't training like she should have. She wasn't.
Well, and the fact that she had to go all the way to Australia, you went all the way around the world to get your ass kicked like that.
Yeah, she shouldn't.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have been in the Expendables movie. That's why.
And what's sad is that as she's coming back, she's going back in time and she's just reliving that whole moment on that airplane ride. Marty, no! Time change continuum.
But they've already set the rematch, right? I think.
No, well, it's not going to be home. We'll actually fight somebody else first, and
First. Oh,
then
That's right. That's right.
and then yeah, because
They want to get her in shape.
yeah.
See what she can do against someone else. That's true. I mean, what if she loses though? I mean,
Home is legit though.
yeah, she is.
That chick she's fucking great.
She's
dude.
a good
was it
boxer,
Larry,
she know-
Larry Holmes? Was it? Something
Yeah,
like
no
that?
teeth either.
No, it's his
Leon
daughter.
Spinks.
It's his daughter.
Oh my God, Who, Muhammad Ali.
Oy.
Hey, how about this one for you guys, man? Sarkeesian.
Oh, and his
Sarkeesian.
it's still ongoing, by the way. USC just put out a some kind of like press conference type deal, or whatever, talking about how Sarkeesian and all his claims, because he's suing them for wrongful termination, and
Right.
so that they're trying to say the allegations that he's presented against USC they're false, and I mean I feel bad for the guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big time. Because everyone was on his dick.
Mhm.
Oops.
Oops.
But now it's the
Oops.
opposite.
Sarkeesian.
Now it's the opposite. So what are they on now? In his.
They're all
Oh.
up in his Sarkeesian. now.
But no, but because you don't want to
That's
make
his rear.
you don't
Backwards.
Want, you don't want to make the fan base over here in Southern California, LA area, not like you because that's it. Like so everybody just started hating him after a while. Just like man, get him out of here. It seemed like
He
like
just became like disrespectful of the whole USC legacy and what it meant to be a Trojan. Yeah, like a typical dick.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
oh, speaking of Trojan,
covered up like a Trojan. fool.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty weird story. What about what about the Golden State Warriors winning it all this year?
Golden, and all. That's good. And the way they're starting this season too.
Oh, but they haven't
ridiculous.
stopped. And what's crazy is right now they're being coached by Luke Walton. This whole season, Luke Walton's their head coach right now because Kerr had some kind of a back surgery.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so he's not even back yet. Luke Walton is taking them to this. I mean, not that they were already a good team. I mean,
So
I'm
his
sure,
back's
but
not back.
His back's not back.
His
no.
bag's gone way back.
Why do you need a back to coach a team? though? You don't need a back. Just,
Oh, he probably can't stand.
yeah. Oh, I guess
He can't stand the success. Oh no!
he can't stand the
You
rain.
can't teach him how to back him in. Go forward.
Back that thing up. Back that thing up. I mean, they've just been a great team. I'm not even a fan of theirs, but if I see them on ESPN or whatever, just because I like watching Curry. I mean, just the nonsensical things that he can do with a basketball, the dribbling skills, and the way he makes these guys look mediocre.
Yeah.
And that was the thing that even throughout the off season and preparation to start the NBA season, there's videos of him, all these YouTube clips that went viral of him dribbling basketballs and
And you know what's funny?
hanging out with Drake at In-N-Out. I don't know. That's kind of fun.
Well, you know what's funny is we were just talking about
You
him,
can go hang out with better friends.
at a better burger spot. But Lamar Odom also had good dribbling skills.
He did for a big guy.
No, I'm talking about in the front hospital.
Oh,
school.
whoa,
He
whoa.
can't speak properly right now.
He was dropping some cocaine.
Hey, I'll also go ahead. What you
No,
gonna
I
say?
was just gonna say the Warriors. The other thing that to me that stands out about them is just their bench, because any of those guys that come off the bench can start anywhere, like Andre Iguodala and Sean Livingston and who else they got? What's the Brazilian guy? Leandro Barbosa, I believe
Kaká?
it is. But
Kaká?
they just have like a solid bench, and any of those guys can be on. Like if any of those guys from the bench, even the last guy on the bench was on the Lakers, we probably have like
And
at least 10 more
those
wins.
guys when they're on a good one, they're nonstop.
Yeah. Draymond
and
Green.
Even so, Klay Thompson's had his couple games where he went off
He
too.
torched the Lakers.
Oh yeah,
dude,
right.
In honor of his dad.
Yeah,
He had
take
like 30
that.
something in the first quarter or something.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, I remember
Uh,
that game. Hey, you know what we're forgetting about here is the U.S. women's soccer.
Yeah. Congratulations to them. They're dope.
Congratulations to them. They won that.
And then what's her name? Abby Wambach retired, and then she finally had her final match. Abby Wambach, who's been on the national team for years. She's a real popular.
Is that how you
figure.
say it? I always thought it was because she was a women's soccer. Her womb aches.
Well, it could be. Maybe
womb
in like
aches.
the German pronunciation. Maybe is that it?
Womb aches.
The Kansas City Royals. That was another good
Another
story.
JPP.
JPP. Yeah, you know me. Can't only count to 3.
Yeah. So
Because
there's
he
gonna be a
blew
lot
off
of.
those dedos.
But he helped a lot of people to it's a firecracker safety or firework safety. He kind of he's a poster boy for that now. It's like what not to do.
Also, speaking of firecracker safety, Geno Smith cracking his jaw.
Jeez, right?
that one?
That's what he gets for getting a little lippy. How about that? Take that there, buddy. Take
Twitter
that. Take
lippy.
that. Take that.
And
take
it was
that.
also this past in 2015 where actual Aaron Hernandez finally got sentenced, right?
Yes.
He
Yes.
also got sentenced, so that's pretty messed up.
And then
for that
also
dude.
this year was in 2015 was finally when Pacquiao and Mayweather.
So that's how it works, right? So if you get enough sentences, that's how you become an essay. Oh.
There you
Okay,
go.
now I
there you
get
go.
it.
That's awesome.
Right?
You start
He's
with
a-
no. Here's a paragraph first, then it'll be.
No,
easy.
no. He's
Like that chola that got
it's a
like
sentence. It's a
that
sentence.
chola that got pregnant. Their teacher told her to go home and do her essay.
I did it, eh?
I did it. Handlebars.
I got a hickey and everything.
My mom.
That's
I was gonna
crazy.
say, that was their thing. 2015, finally, Mayweather and Pacquiao finally.
Oh,
And-
Pacquiao,
and it wasn't worth the
finally.
wait.
and they gouged us for $100 a pop.
Yes.
Jeez.
But who got paid back though? Seth Blatter and the money. Remember when they
Mm-hmm.
put
Made
the
it
money on
rain.
Made it rain on his fat boy.
That
But
That one, yeah, that was a big thing. The whole FIFA
the
scandal.
whole FIFA scandal was also Oscar Pistorius' verdict.
Whoa,
Oscar
We talked about that.
you
at
couldn't
the
run
beginning.
away from that one.
They're kind of the long legs of the law.
How crazy was that, dude?
There was-
Paraplegic Olympic athlete gets sentenced for
Who would've-
really? Like wow.
murder, dude.
Ah.
Nah.
It was just been some real rough sex.
That's 2015 was crazy when it came to the
because
sports world.
because for his trial, it was a runaway jury.
Oh,
He couldn't.
The runaway jury was out on Pete Rose again, though,
Mm.
denying him from the Hall of Fame.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that dude, man. Jimmy Connors.
But
Like Jimmy Connors.
I know they got the same haircut. But the thing that they ruled though is, the Hall of Fame doesn't have anything to do with actual MLB. That has nothing to do with anything. So
It shouldn't.
technically, he actually it's kind of like now. I think it sounded like they gave him the loophole to say, we're not the governing body behind the Hall of Fame. We don't have, you guys, enshrine whoever you guys want to enshrine. So I think on the popular vote, Pete Rose is going to get in within the next few years.
I hope so, man. I think he deserved it because he earned it from
you deserve it.
playing right
Mhm.
before all that stuff happened.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know.
And then the thing is, I mean, look at sports like boxing. That's all people do is bet on it, and it's like, I don't know. It's
Or the
like,
Greyhound races.
Oh, here's a good one in 2015. FanDuel and that other fantasy whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Online betting and gaming, they got hit really hard by the state of New York. They got to pay everybody back. So that was a pretty decent little deal that happened. They were making money too. I mean, you saw some of these
off the
Oh,
bat, dude. They
Right?
were just everyone was attacking those
Dude,
websites.
and people were, they were making, some of the guys that actually won, or I don't know if that was real or not, or whatever, but seemed like it was legit.
You can kind of tell
They were
because-
giving out big checks and everything. So I was waiting for Ed McMahon to
Seemed
show
legit.
up. Is this Publishers Clearinghouse? Nice, because
Where's
I'm
the
Clearinghouse
balloons?
for sure. I know, right?
We also had Adrian Peterson.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Adrian Peterson and who else was they also had
Didn't play all that well today, by the way.
Wilmer Flores, the guy from the Mets that thought was being traded to start crying.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was a good
Not
one
Fez,
too.
not Fez.
Yeah, I thought
no.
you meant Wilmer. I don't think. Oh, I got the wrong Wilmer.
No.
It's the song from the 70s, Phil.
70s.
So overall, man, that was a pretty interesting 2015 at sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
gonna
we've been having a good time since we started doing this back in like February. Or
Actually,
maybe
yeah,
late
we're almost on a
January.
year because remember we did it right around Super Bowl time. Our
Yeah,
first show.
that's
was-
right. That's right.
I think it was a preview, a Super Bowl preview. I think we did.
Maybe, yeah.
I think so. It was.
I'll have to look. I'll check
No,
my calendar.
We started it the day after Super Bowl,
Was it the day after?
or the week after Super Bowl.
Oh, and we did a review on the game itself.
Yeah, I think that's what it
yeah.
was.
That's what it was.
So
like that.
yeah,
Good
so we're
job,
coming,
Eric.
Yeah, we're coming up on a whole year that we've been doing the Bsidesports, and we appreciate everybody that's been supporting us since we started doing it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So
That's
yeah.
cool because none of my family supports me.
I know, right? So our first show was actually February 8th.
February 8th.
Yeah,
So
that was
we're coming up on
that was
the
our first
anniversary.
show that we ever did.
Maybe for that one, I'll take a shot of something. But no, I don't know what today.
Hey, take a shot in the butt. That's what you can take a shot.
Fire away.
A penicillin shot.
So once again, thank you guys for tuning in and sharing, retweeting and reposting a lot of the stuff that we've put up, and we've had a lot of traffic on the SoundCloud and the YouTube channel,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So 2015 was a good year. So to 2016, we hope that we can keep doing this and keep enjoying it. So let's end on a good note. And how about you guys ready to do some shout outs?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's go ahead. Hit it, Drakk.
Let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on.
Shouting my ear.
As soon as I said it and I was like waiting for the music, I just froze, and then I heard shout, and then I started moving.
He's
up
like,
pretty nice.
shut up, I'm talking cabron.
Shout out.
Shout it all out.
So once again, thank you guys for always tuning in, and fellas, we're gonna do some shout outs. So Shaye, what do you got, man?
Let me give a shout out, like I talked about earlier, to Noah James and people at J Patron, Slum the Resident. These are people that have come through in the last few times since I've seen you guys. They came and did like in-store events here, so I wanted to give them a shout out for it
Very
because
cool.
it was a good success in here. Give a shout out to my homie. Gave him a shout out earlier. Data. He came down. Renee, it's his birthday. My friend Raquel. It's her birthday today too. I forgot that one. Shout out to everybody that's been tuned in. To the B-side show weekly. We have a show every week. Tomorrow we got Razkaz coming in.
Nice.
So shout out to everybody that's been supporting, and it's really starting to we're seeing a lot of good feedback and stuff like that on the different shows that we have here, and and just stay tuned in to we're gonna have we got the Relevance again this week with Crazy Race. We also have Baca coming back next week to bring the forum back. It's also been a while since we did that, since the last year. So the B-side forum is going to be back. So shout out to all those guys, Crazy Race and Young Baca, for helping us out here.
Sure.
Shout out to Drakk, shout out to Rabbit, Susie Placencia, and Ivania, and Duke Diggler, the whole team here. And shout out to you guys, man.
For sure.
Glad to
Awesome.
be back.
Yeah, dope, man.
Nice.
So Eric J, what do you got, man?
Shout out to the man upstairs, as always. All our fans and viewers tuning in. Keep supporting, keep showing love. To you guys, Drakk Spalling, DJ Rez in the house came to represent.
That's right.
Shout out to my 4 Golden Girls, and actually this week I'm actually going to be attending a biographical play of Hitler.
Oh,
Yes, it's going to be played by Hussein Bolt. And the reason for this is because they want to make sure that the race actually gets finished this time.
you're stupid. Oh, you're stupid, man. So once again, to everybody that's been tuning in for almost a year now. So this is our 33rd episode. And thank you guys to all the fans that not only followed the B-side sports team, but also followed me in comedy throughout the year. And I got some stuff coming up. So if you guys want to get some info to come out to a comedy show, hit me up at Comic Ralph 21. That's like everything. I mean, Gmail, Farmers Only, it's all that stuff. You
Farmers
know what
tan only.
I mean?
All that stuff.
Rapey Devil 626. Okay, remember that.
Kiki hair Jewish people.
CosbyKids.com.
Chicks with, anyways. No, not them. So yeah, hit me up at Comic Ralph 21. Definitely want to give shout out to Maricela first and foremost. For having to deal with me and letting me come out and hang out with my friends on Sundays.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big Gene.
Oh, yeah,
got a
Big
chance
Gene,
to.
man. That's
Yeah, I was
what's up.
talking to him the other day, so he's doing well. He's hanging in,
that's what's
doing his
up.
thing. To all the Handsome Devil comedy fans that keep showing support throughout the year. Thank you for encouraging and you know, we're trying to change the way comedy is, you know, and little by little, we're going to take our time with it. We're going to have fun, and we get to all enjoy the ride. So to the Bsidesports team, Drakk Spelling, Shaye, Eric, man, you guys are fucking dope, man. So, and it's cool to hang out. Like I said, we get to
Love it.
chit-chat it up about, you know, sports. And so there's times where, like, even we're doing these episodes and we're cracking up, too, you know.
Crying. I was crying earlier.
And you know, we're enjoying it, and of course, without any of you guys, all the supporters out there that tune in and, like I said, share and repost and do all that stuff, and we truly appreciate everything that you guys have done for us. So once again, you know, to an awesome 2016. We did a great review. We did a lot of birthdays and stuff throughout the year, and to 2016, we'll just keep doing it bigger, better.
Can't wait to see what happens.
Ooh, that sounds nice. Bigger and better.
Shout
wait
out
to
to
see.
El Chapo.
So you guys can always find us on our social media at B-Side Sports Show. So on behalf of the Sports Show team here at the B-Side, we will bid you guys adieu. Till next week, everybody. Peace.